Hi, Robert. George, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
Fine, fine. Um, I'm joined here today by three times Academy Award winner Robert James George. Um, let's get straight to this. Is Alone in the Battle your greatest film ever?
Oh, man, that's a heck of a question right there. So far, I've done about 15 films, not counting commercials and some TV episodes, but with this film, I wanted to get more in depth. I wanted to make a smaller film. After coming off the Warcraft trilogy, I just wanted something smaller, more modern. That's why I chose a couple of characters. They see something no one else sees, so they're out there, they're doing their thing. We got comedy, and about halfway through, we have a major dramatic moment. So I want to sort of give the full blend of the film, have everybody have a real good time, because you can make a huge film without having a huge budget. So
Right.
I'm hoping this turns into something pretty big.
Okay. Were you happy with your chosen cast for this film?
Oh, the cast is amazing. I didn't really know how Andrew Williams would do in this film. He's coming out of rehab for the umpteenth time. But I figured I'd give him an opportunity. I remember, a long time ago, Robert Downey Jr., he had some of the similar problems, but, he got cast as Iron Man, turned everything around.
Right.
Sometimes you take the real life situations and you turn them into helping the film, and I think he plays the character really well, seeing this in the film. They're partaking in a little bit of fun stuff, so. And then Marcus Cruz, he's a great actor right now, and I believe he just surpassed Will Smith as the highest earning actor. So
Wow.
that's pretty amazing right there. I don't have to deal with the budget myself, so that didn't have any effect on me.
Right.
But yeah, I'm happy to have him. Then we got some younger parts. We got Luke Wallace, we got Philip Jones, we got Eddie Sutton, Josh Hill. We got some actors from all over. We got some great stuntmen. We got a visual effects supervisor, my business partner, Ramon Johnson. He's the best in the business. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this cast. We've got some of the most beautiful women in the world, and it's going to be fun to watch, I'll tell you that much.
Okay. After 15 amazing films so far, do you feel that you have reached your plateau as a director?
Oh, no. I don't think you can ever reach a plateau. Because once you get there, you might have a different thing. I might be the king of blockbusters, but I've never done a small budget, small, intimate feeling movie, so I might go in that direction. This is it's about fifth foray into sci-fi, but you can always do more. The Warcraft series was more orcs and horde, and sort of seemed old-fashioned, but this one's more modern, aliens, amazing computer graphics. So I don't think I'll ever reach the top.
Do you like sci-fi or making horror?
Well, my majority of my films have been horror. I sort of trend to that side of the industry. It's more fun. It's really easy to make when I first started because it's a lower budget. Get a skeleton cast and crew sometimes, but it's more about building the tension. You can have a whole movie where nothing seemingly happens until the very end, and people will be shocked. People enjoy every minute of it. So. But as far as the sci-fi, it can be a little tedious sometimes because you got to film the whole movie without actually seeing what the special effects are going to be. So I trust my buddy Ramon, and usually he gives me the best special effects for these things. So I try to make it work, but sometimes you got to direct your actors on green screen, so you feel a little foolish sometimes, like act with the ball here, mister. So
Right.
it's fun to see in the background, but I prefer horror sometimes.
Okay. Will you continue with your amazing career?
Oh, as long as they'll let me. I mean, got a beautiful wife at home, a couple kids, but these are my real babies, so I'm gonna make them as long as they'll let me.
Right.
Have to carry 'em, use my walker, get up on the stairs. Hopefully get some good shots in the future, but I might focus on TV in the future sometime. It's a little bit easier. You can work the same place all the time. So,
Right.
but I like this right now. I can sort of keep my own schedule. So I'm gonna do it as long as I can.
Okay. How are you planning on topping the amazing Warcraft trilogy?
I don't think I can. Each of them films has grossed over $2 billion. So That's really difficult. I mean, after Warcraft 2 opened and became the highest grossing film of all time, I was pretty intimidated by my own work. So when we went back into the studio for Warcraft 3, had all those high expectations, and unfortunately it became the lowest grossing of the three, but still the fifth highest grossing film of all time. So it's a little strange to deal with, but I don't think you sort of have to hold that in the back.
Right.
So I'll never equal that. It's like George Lucas with Star Wars. No matter what he made in the future, there's always going to be Star Wars. You could never equal the same thing. So I'm just sort of going to see where I go from here. I don't think I'll ever top the movies, but maybe I can.
Strong competition with him.
I hope so. But I mean, there's betwixt them. I think we won 45 Academy Awards with them. So I don't know if we're going to top them, but hell, I won't mind if people remember me for those movies.
Is this film a single entry or a part of a series?
Well, usually when I go into film, I try to make it an entire film. I don't want to have a leftover. Well, going back to Warcraft, I knew those were going to be multiple series. And my Psycho films, those I already planned how many films there's going to be in those. And I usually do that for my films, but with this one, Ramon actually came up with the story for this film, so we made it small, but I think there's a window at the end if we want to come back, make it more epic, but we'll see how it does. It's not up to me, it's up to how much the movie makes, because the studio won't greenlight it just because I want it.
Right. How's your working relationship with your longtime business partner, Ramon Johnson?
It's pretty good. We met years and years ago. We were both going to school. We were so far away from the film industry, we didn't know that was going to be our career path. But one day I just wanted to create Delinquent Productions, and he was on board. He had the idea for Techstar Innovations. So after we graduated, we got a grant, and we started Delinquent Productions first, and we did some commercials locally, and it wasn't the best at the beginning, but once our name got out there, we did a really popular radio ad, and it started getting some attention, and we got called by a New York place. The name escapes me right now, I'm afraid, but they called us in, and we did that. That exploded on the New York market, so that led to some more commercials, and all in the background, Techstar Innovations was coming off the ground. I had a couple great design ideas, and Ramon was more of the artistic type, and he helped me get them off the paper, and now that helped fund Delinquent Productions to get to the next level. So it just strengthened our bond, and he's the godfather to my kids, and after he remarried his ex-wife, it was pretty nice, and he had another child, so that was very nice, and I was lucky enough to be the godfather of his child. And
right.
we're like brothers, one black, one white. We're like an Oreo without the top piece, so
Right.
still good, but
Okay.
we're still good friends.
You've been known to have unscheduled cameos in your films. Do you make a special appearance in your latest film?
Well, I don't like to tell people if I'm going to be in it, but you got to look for me. I try to get myself in there. I've been the murder victim in a few films. That's always fun. Of course, it's a little difficult sometimes to direct your own murder, so. But it's interesting to be covered with blood and tell them, no, put the camera over there. What's wrong with you? Get a zoom on this right here or something. But
right.
I put myself in this film, so you'll just have to look for me. So
Possibility, huh?
it's like Where's Waldo on the screen. So look for the fat guy up there. So I think it'll work.
Okay. How do you spend your free time?
I can get a little graphic, or I can say I enjoy spending time with my family, my beautiful wife, and my kids are getting to that age. My daughter's 5, my son just turned 7, so they're both in school now. So I work when they're at school. Come home, I'm still a child at heart, so I got more toys than they do. Just my toys cost 100 times more than their toys. So. But I still got the toys from when I was a kid. when I started making some success, I started buying the toys from my favorite shows as a child. I got like Power Rangers toys and Voltron and Beetleborgs, and I mean I could just keep going and going.
Transformers.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of those, man. I got the movies and the cartoons, and I figured why grow up?
Right.
The wife comes in and always sees me sitting there playing with my toys, and she just has a weird look on her face and walks out of the room. But I say, what the heck, man? I play with toys for a living, essentially, and we use the models to create the story, and why grow up? So
Right.
I just stay at home, play.
Coming with inspirations when you do that, huh?
Actually, yes. Yes.
Okay.
When
Nothing wrong with
playing
that.
the Warcraft video games years and years ago. That gave me the idea to write it. I wasn't involved with any of the filming or the production at that time. This was like 15 years before I even got in the business, so that got me the idea to write the film. So, playing with toys can get you that next level. Playing video games, just having fun. We got a couple dogs, having fun with them. Got the pool. I got some nice cars I drive around and don't know how to fix them. I got to call AAA when I get a flat tire.
Right.
Run out of gas, start screaming at people. Where's the gas? Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, you have to enjoy it. You got to have the difference between work time and free time. On these films, sometimes I work 20-hour days, and I come home, I fall down on the couch, right with my eyes closed. The wife's waking me up saying, "You got to be back at work." I never thought that would happen. I thought when you get in Hollywood, you didn't have to work all the time. You had some free time and stuff. But I work more now than I did any time before in my life. But when you like what you do,
Right.
it'll let you keep going. So.
Time is not of an essence, huh?
Yep.
If you weren't a filmmaker, what would you be?
Whew, that's a toughie right there. Well, when I went to school, I got in the visual communications industry, and I didn't know I'd wanted to be a filmmaker, but that was more of a marketing thing when we first started. But I was always a fan of professional wrestling, and about 2 years ago, I started the Federation of Professional Wrestling, so that's doing good right now. That's my side passion. But I was never really the look of a wrestler, and I broke my leg when I was about 20. And I got steel plates and pins all throughout my leg, so it would make it difficult to continue in that field of choice. But I'd probably be a pro wrestler or just a writer.
Okay.
I still do that for fun, so I'd do something to make myself memorable.
Right. Your company, Delinquent Productions, has become the top production company in the world in a very short time. What are your future plans for it?
Well, late last year we launched Reflection Records because I've always had an eye for music, an ear for music. So Ramon's a business partner on that as well. Yeah, he's pretty much he's the minority owner of Delinquent Productions. So all the subsequents he's also an owner of. But that focuses on the music. And then we got the animation studio, Dream for Life Animations. And I'm trying to finalize plans to open Fly for the Sky Studios. But that takes a lot of money behind it, and I don't want to just use all my money because it's an actual studio. But I'm hoping to go that direction. Maybe one day be the next Warner Brothers or 20th Century Fox, or you start small, you might be huge one day.
All right, big dreams.
In more ways than one.
Big dreams. Okay, well, thank you, Mr. George, and good luck with your film.
Okay, man, you have a good one.
You too.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up. I think the president who fixed it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is hot for sneaking out. And this is where I went to school. Most of the time had better things to do. Criminal record says I've broken twice. I must have done it half a dozen times. I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was them, I wouldn't let me in.
Hey. I'm here with hot young actor Josh Hill. How you doing, Mr. Hill?
How's it going?
Is it intimidating for you to have such a large film be your first foray into the movies?
Well, I like doing films, you know, just acting, you know, just being me and being a character.
You got your start on the show Killing Fields. Was it difficult to have the show canceled after only one season on the air?
Not really, but like I said in my previous question, I just enjoy acting and being a character, you know. It was unfortunate that it got canceled. I like to see it go on, but hey, I'm here now.
Your on-screen love interest in this film is Laura Helms. Any truth to the rumor that you two are an item?
Maybe so.
Does it bother you that she's about 56 years old?
Maybe.
Was it difficult to play a role in such a large film with so many special effects?
Well, I'm kind of like an adventurous guy, you know, creative mindset, so it was pretty much perfect for me.
So it wasn't difficult acting with the green screen, pretty much acting to nothing?
Yeah, I like doing little stunts and acting out, especially the agents. I get to, you know, go get people, shoot people.
Will you continue with films or will you try to return to television?
I'll try to do a little bit of both. Do maybe 5 or 6 more movies. Hopefully I can land big movies and then cross over to television.
How do you feel to work with the legendary Andrew Williams in this film?
Oh, it's great. I learned a lot from him, you know, what to do on set, what to do off set, and how to be in character and certain things to do. So it was pretty overall good experience for me.
Any truth to the rumor that you're related to Marcus Cruz, your co-star in the film?
No way. I hate it. It's terrible. I did it for the movie, but I hate it.
So you're not related to him?
Nope, not at all.
You plan to continue your music career?
Yeah, I plan on maybe start up on my own company and see where I go from there.
You hadn't released an album in about 3 years. Have you been working on material?
Off and on, we're really focused on getting on my acting on. So.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hill. Good luck with the rest of your career.
Great doing business with you too.
Good. I see.
Looking like another Bob Marley day, hitting from the bong like a diesel train, and I'm down with hanging out this afternoon. We got weeds in the backyard, 4 feet tall. Cheech Chong probably would have smoked them all, so I'm out on the couch this afternoon. Beer bottles laying on the kitchen floor. If we take them all back, we can buy some more. So I doubt we'll go without this afternoon. Oh, you better hang on if you're tagging along, 'cause we'll be doing this till 6 in the morning. Nothing wrong with going all night long. Tough to put the brakes on, doesn't matter when you rather get up and go out. Me and all my friends, we drink up, we fall down, then we do it all again. Just sitting around, hanging out this afternoon. Landlord says I should buy a tent, but he can kiss my ass 'cause I paid the rent. So I doubt he'll kick me out this afternoon. Down on the corner in a CD bar, jukebox cranking out the CCR. Had a few to Susie Q this afternoon. Oh, you better hang on if you're tagging along, 'cause we'll be doing this till 6 in the morning. Nothing wrong with going all night long. Tough to put the brakes on, doesn't matter when you rather get up and go out. Me and all my friends, we drink up, we fall down, then we do it all again. Yeah, we get up, we go out. Me and all my friends, we drink up, we fall feeling. I want a wristwatch or an alarm clock to see what time it is.
It starts with
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Hello, Mr. Wallace. How are you today?
Pretty good, just tired. And I'm cool, I'm sleeping.
So, how are you enjoying your time with this film?
It was pretty awesome. And hold on, can we pause?
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Wallace. How are you today?
I'm cool and a little tired.
So, are you enjoying your time with this film?
What did you say? What did you say?
See, he's doing exactly what you.
Mr. Wallace?
Huh? Yeah.
Mr. Wallace, are you awake, Mr. Wallace?
My eyes are. Maybe not.
Mr. Wallace, are you awake over there?
Yeah. I think.
He won't respond. Mr. Wallace, fall asleep. Mr. Wallace? He'll fall asleep. Mr. Wallace? Mr. Wallace? Mr. Wallace? Okay, shut it down, man. The dude's asleep.